Frank Baldwin cranked up the Soaring Limited Liability Corporation, LLP. And I've been in it then, and it quickly grew, and there were quite a few people. I think Larry Case in the CAP part of it, and I think I'm one of the only ones left in the original part of it. But that thing operated then until the heirs didn't want us. They inherited the farm. Clarence only rented it, and they didn't want us flying out of there anymore. So several people, including Doc Close and Skip Smith and Tom Tishy, located this strip. It was held by a guy named Binsky, who ran on Hard Times, and he was eager to get rid of it in '82. It's like today. Some of the people are hurting today and trying to get rid of properties and airplanes and stuff. But we came out here and hit Binsky at the right time, and he was eager to get rid of this thing. Now, Ed Hoffman, I think, is one of the Civil War veterans, and I think Paul Alexander is a World War I veteran, but Bill Lee is our only World War II veteran. Charlie Grease and Greg Tomczyk and Mark Rice. Anybody else in the Vietnam thing? Yeah. Murray Shane? Yeah. Didn't see you there, Murray. But Bill Lee is our only World War II guy. And this thing cranked up and moved up here in '82. And it's been a huge success ever since. Now, usually in a gathering of people, there's always some guy that he's going to set things straight and run it according to his specs. And I got along fine with Doc. He had a Lark, a great glider, and he used to stay out there and then suddenly you'd see him he'd be limping in here real low, but he always made it back. But he got, I can't recall exactly, maybe Charlie Grease and Bill, but Doc took umbrage at some of the procedures that took place here, and he declared he put this thing together and he was going to take it apart. And except for Bill, who stepped in, as mentioned, and salvaged the setup, we probably wouldn't be here today. But it worked out great. And some of the old fees, we started out with that 222. And initiation fee was $50. The equity was $200. The monthly dues were $7. The tow charges were $2.50 to $1,000, $3 to $2,000, and $1 for each 1,000 foot after that. Nice. The glider, the 222 rented for $1.80 plus tow, and the 33 rented for $5.40 plus tow. The 26 was $3.60 plus tow. So you can see things have sort of changed.
Anybody remember what gas was?
30 cents.
It wasn't that much. But we had when this thing, I think this is probably one of the early little flyers that we had the 222, the 26, and the 233, and we've had the bird dog all the time because the CAP had it, and somebody turned it over on its back down there. There was a little swampy, low ground there, and it sat there for months, and finally Bob Haney purchased it from the CAP and fixed it up and practically gave it to us.
Was Bob Haney a member of Soaring then?
Oh yeah, he was one of the old times.
He sold the bird dog to the club for $8,000. And there it sits right up there.
Frank Baldwin, Dick Molbach, Raleigh Klingberg, or Henry Klingberg, Vern and George Sutphen, Miller and Bert Joyce were the initial guys that purchased that 222, And then later, Frank, in '72, put the limited partnership together. But when Doc did his thing, Charlie and Ed Hoffman and Phelan and Steve Waz and who else? They all had a little hand in that. I forgot. I've got an old, this was 15 or 20 years ago, but it's still kind of appropriate. This is regarding the legal eagle of sky soaring. Bill used to fly a LaBelle with Ed Hoffman, and he also towed. He flew the bird dog a lot. Sometimes you'd conclude, without being rude, it's hell to fly the LaBelle. His motto, on final, be sure the gear is down, because sometimes it's hard to go around. And always check the works when the Grim Reaper lurks. There's no doubt he'd be long gone, except he now secures each aileron. And once, Bill was a patent attorney. Once, while researching patents on tailwheel attachments, testing the LaBelle CG configurations with landing considerations, he salvaged the equation. He salvaged the situation while balancing that old equation, demonstrating with remarkable poise 1 dumb shit equals 10 attaboys. Well, the word is out by his jury of peers that he does attaboys to collect free beers. And after a landing bump that will flatten his rump, he'll avoid blame with a ridiculous claim. There's a kangaroo in the gear of the 182, or there's a Mexican jumping bean in the tires of the L-19. These pronouncements are with great savoir-faire, as he splits each and every legal hair. But his technical virtuosity, plus inherent legal loquacity, allows demonstrating aeroengineering, because he's also an aeroengineer, while escaping legal hearings. And this intrepid airman will not panic, even with accidental release in the blank, because he one time had an accidental release in the blank. He circled around with remarkable ease, crediting the landing to the sang-froid of the lees. Now let's do away with wherefores and whereasses and join together in raising our glasses. Here's to light plane William Lee, first in war, first in peace, first in hearts of his country junction men. A little bit of corny poem, but they're all corny. Our
Actually,
situation.
this might be a good spot. Ed Stokes, who some of you know,